Adequate notice of this meeting has been given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act pursuant to Public Laws 1975. Said notice was advertised in the Asbury Park Press and the Beacon and was posted on the bulletin board showing the time and place of the meeting. Will everyone please rise and salute the flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 1, proclamation for Eagle Scout Peter D'Adamo.
Peter, would you like to join us up front, please?
Whereas the rank of Eagle Scout is one of the highest honors a member of the Boy Scouts of America can receive, and whereas only 4% of all Boy Scouts receive this honor, and whereas in order for Peter D'Adamo to receive this rank, he created an outdoor library for the Lenoka Harbor Elementary School, complete with a selection of books. He installed a buddy bench and planted a shade tree for the enjoyment of the children during recess. And whereas Peter D'Adamo received inspiration for the project from Mrs. Carhart, the school librarian, who hand-painted the library shelving and donated the books for the project, and whereas the children of Lenoka Harbor Elementary School painted kindness rocks for the outdoor library garden, and whereas Peter D'Adamo, his fellow scouts, the leaders of Boy Scout Troop 156, Mrs. Carhart, the children of Lenoka Harbor Elementary, as well as family members and friends, donated approximately 64 hours to complete the project, and whereas Adam received donations from the Home Depot and Lenoka Harbor Elementary School PTA, and whereas his efforts have been cited by the President of the United States, the Governor of New Jersey, the State Senate, the General Assembly, and the Ocean County Board of Chosen Freeholders, and whereas the Mayor and Township Committee wish to commend and congratulate Peter D'Adamo on receiving this high honor, and whereas the Mayor and Township Committee would like this accomplishment and dedication of this young individual to be an example for all those involved in scouting and thank him for a project well done. Now therefore I, Stephen Kennis, Mayor of the Township of Lacey, on behalf of myself and the Township Committee, honor Peter D'Adamo for his outstanding accomplishments and encourage other scouts to follow his example. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda will be the proclamations for the Lacey Lions boys swim team. Would the coach like to join us up front, please?
Whereas the 2019-2020 Lacey Lions boys swim team finished their regular swim season with a division record of 9 wins and 5 losses, winning 7 straight meets and clinching the number 3 seed in the state sectional championship. And whereas Lucas Whalen, Sean Cook, Peter Vanderwerf, and Michael Spina set a new school record in the 200 medley relay with a time of 1 minute 45.19 seconds. And whereas Sean Cook set the record for the 200 individual medley with a time of 2 minutes 7.10 seconds against Central Regional. And whereas the Lacey Lions boys swim team placed 5th overall in the Ocean County Championship with 2 new school records being set by Lucas Whalen with a time of 2 minutes 4.58 seconds in the 200 individual medley and 5 minutes. Sorry, minutes. You know what I meant. Yes. Whereas the Lacey Lions boys swim team placed 14th overall in the short conference championship with Sean Cook setting a new school record of, this is 58 seconds. Correct. 58.56 seconds in the 100 breaststroke, and Lucas Whalen setting a new school record of 57.20 seconds in the 100 backstroke. And whereas on February 10th, the Lacey Township High School boys swim team defeated number 2 seeded Barnegat with an 86-84 win, and on February 12th defeated number 1 seed Woodstown with a 92-78 win for the state sectional championship South Jersey Group C title, winning the first sectional state title in team history. And whereas the Township of Lacey is extremely proud of the 2019-2020 Lacey boys swim team, their head coach Brian Keelan, assistant coach Paul Egbert, and head girls coach Aaron Fritz, as well as all the loyal Lacey fans for their encouragement and support of this dedicated champion swim team. And whereas this Township Committee desires to thank and congratulate varsity swim captains Eric Burke, Sean Cook, Michael Spina, and Lucas Whalen. Junior swimmers Colton Connolly, Peter D'Adamo, Vladimir Bravo Perez, Ben Schneider, Peter Vanderwerf, and Kevin Zelenis. Sophomore swimmers Quinn Reamer and Brennan Smith, and freshman swimmers Kevin Flesch, Alexander Gerber, Kieran McGovern, Connor Prenville, John Rahosh, Harry Santasiero and Casey Simonson for outstanding achievement and dedication to the sport of swimming in the Township of Lacey. Now therefore, I, Stephen Kennis, Mayor of the Township of Lacey, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, on behalf of myself and the Township Committee and the residents of Lacey Township, do hereby recognize and commend the accomplishments of the Lacey Township High School Boys Swim Team State Sectional Champions. I applaud their dedication, desire, and hard work, and commend them for a job well done. Congratulations. Yeah.
Can you spread out on both sides so we can get next picture? Thank you.
Do you see some of these there? Tighten up, gentlemen.
Straight up so we can get next picture. Keep coming over.
You'd be unstoppable. You'd be unstoppable.
That's right.
Oh, you're unstoppable now. You got that right.
Do you, all your guys weren't here tonight, right? Yeah, thanks.
Deputy Mayor, comments?
Well, it's a pretty rare night when we have an Eagle Scout that's also a state champion. We have our school here that has done us proud time and time again. You know, it's emblematic of the type of town we live in. When you have businesses pitching in, the good folks at Lenoka Harbor Elementary pitching in, scouts, our coach, our school, our swim team. You know, there's 33 municipalities here in Ocean County. I think there's 605 overall in New Jersey. And here we are honoring champions. So we look to you, young men, to lead by example, because your age group needs some good examples, and you're a bunch of fine young men. So we're very grateful that you're there. We want you to continue to shine as an example, and we're so very proud of you. I know that we're going to be reading good things about all of you in the future, and best luck the rest of high school, on to college, or whatever life will bring. God bless every one of you guys.
Thank you, Mayor. Peter, congratulations on that Eagle Scout, and the parents, you should be proud of them. It's a high honor to get that, so I'm sure he's going to do a great job in the future. The swim team, congratulations. Thank you for representing Lacey Township. We're always proud that, you know, in everything that we do, you know, every sport in this town, they represent us. So I want to thank the parents, the coaches, and especially the gentleman that swam. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. So we're very fond of saying when we have an Eagle Scout who comes before us, it's a road to a great future. Eagle Scouts inevitably succeed in life to great heights, and I'm sure Peter will be no exception. I wish you the best of luck. And as my colleague said, thank you, parents. Thank you, relatives. I mean, you know, without that support, you have to have a great support system, not taking away anything from you, but the support system of your Scoutmasters are great. Same thing goes for the swim team. Team sports, you know, unfortunately, as the economy goes up and down, sometimes our educational institutions look to cut team sports, and there is a certain faction of the, you know, population who looks at it and says, well, you know, academics first, team sports second, and I couldn't disagree more. I think team sports are a character-building thing, and of course, the success that you've experienced is just admirable. Again, thank your coaches, thank your parents, thank your support system, and I wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor. Two extraordinary achievements done here tonight. Eagle Scout, let me start with that first, because I am the father of an Eagle Scout, and I know what you went through. I know the trials and tribulations. It's not easy. How many merit badges did you get?
I believe 30-something.
Thir- 30-something?
Lost count.
33.
33. And how many are there? There's only like 100, I think, right?
I think so.
Yeah. That's a great job. And let me tell you a quick story. My oldest son is an Eagle Scout. It's on his resume. He got a little extra money when he went into the service, an extra stripe, which those of you who've been in the service know that's a big thing. And when he transferred over to being a federal agent, when he went in to talk to his commander of the base out in Idaho, he thought he was going to get grilled. But it turned out that the commander was an Eagle Scout. And for 2 hours, they sat there and talked about the Eagle Scout and didn't ask him one question about why he wanted to transfer. So you can look for it. It's going to open a lot of doors for you. So congratulations and good luck to you. All right. The swim team, champions, one of my favorite words. And the reason for that is nobody gives it to you. You got to go out and take it. Because I guarantee you those other two teams, they wanted it just as bad as you did. But you beat them. And that's something you can hold dear. You're going to remember for the rest of your life. And I'll tell you a story about that. My second son, Logan, played on the basketball team that lost to Camden in the state finals right over here at Lacey. I have the video of it. Now, it was 2012. He still will not look at that tape. And when I bring it up to him, he's married, he got his own house. I said, you got to take this. He goes, Dad, you keep that in your house. So just so that you will remember this for the rest of your life, and congratulations on a great job. Mayor, that's all I have.
Thank you, Tim. And Peter, just to acknowledge you once again, you can tell you're a very hardworking individual. You're here for, 2 proclamations, so you put in a lot of time. And I also always acknowledge the parents for helping any Eagle Scouts along, because the parents and family put in a lot of time and effort and energy to make sure you achieve your goals. So I just want to acknowledge your parents. And the swim team, is the swim team still getting up at 4 a.m. for their practice time? So I don't think many people realize how early the swim team has to get up on a school day, because the practice time at the Y is there's not many pools in Ocean County. So is it 4? Are you guys what time's your practice time?
We're in the water at 5.
5. They're getting up in the water at 5 on a school day and then accomplishing whatever else they have to accomplish during the course of
Mr.
their
Mayor,
week.
let's not give them any ideas of getting an indoor pool here, all right?
Yes,
So
yes.
I said,
That's part of the training.
and for the parents as well, just getting their kids to the school at 5 a.m. or into the water by 5 a.m. that should get a proclamation. So I just want congratulations. All right, next item on the agenda. Do the resolution first, or
Yeah, Resolution 2020-91, a resolution of the Township of Lacey County, Ocean State of New Jersey, promoting John McKee to the position of Police Sergeant for the Lacey Township Police Department. Can I have a motion, please?
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mr. Dykoff?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas?
Yes.
Chief DeBella, would you like to step forward, please, and have a few things to say?
Thank you, Veronica, Mayor, Committee. I'd like to welcome everybody here this evening. It's a very special night for the Lacey Township Police Department. We have the honor and privilege of promoting 2 of our 5 officers to the rank of sergeant. Officers John McKee and Officers Darrell Nick. Before I bring them up here, I just want to talk briefly about the testing process to take a sergeant's exam or lieutenant's exam in a civil service agency. It's not out of the norm for our officers who are testing to lock themselves in their homes or in their rooms for 6 months or a year at a time, just studying day in and day out and putting that work in, sacrificing, maybe missing their son's football game, maybe not being able to go to their daughter's cheerleading match, whatever it takes to come out and score on the top of that list. Also, we couldn't do that, so they couldn't do that without the families. We really do appreciate the support of the families, not just during the testing process, but really throughout our entire law enforcement careers. We couldn't do that without you. I know we all appreciate that. Last year in the state of New Jersey, approximately 967 police officers in civil service departments took the sergeant's examination, 967. I'm very proud to say that Officer John McKee, who's being promoted here this evening, came out #1 in the entire state on that sergeant's exam. And right behind him, at #2 in the state, is Officer Nick. That goes to really show the kind of commitment that these gentlemen have and the kind of police department that we have here in Lacey Township. All the officers, we're all professional, we're dedicated here to serve our community, our residents, and our visitors. And with that, I'd like to call up Officer John McKee. Officer McKee's been residing in Lacey Township for approximately the last 20 years. He's a graduate of Leonia, New Jersey High School, 1986, and then began studying at Stockton University for Business Administration. In March of 2003, Officer McKee was hired by the Lacey Township Police Department, where he attended the Burlington County Police Academy. And just like he came out #1 on the sergeant's exam, he was #1 overall for his academy class in academics. For the last 17 years, Officer McKee has been assigned to our patrol division, and the last 2 months as an acting sergeant. He's had various awards throughout his law enforcement career. In John's own words, his biggest life accomplishment and what brings him joy are his 3 children, Brittany, Alexa, and Jack. Brittany and Alexa are both graduates of Rutgers University, and they are in their masters, they're studying for their masters, and they're both currently in the field of teaching. And Jack is a junior at the Lacey Township High School and very heavily involved in the DECA program. John, I look forward to working with you, having you on the command staff team. I think you're going to do a great job, and congratulations. Thank you. Appreciate
Great.
Take over. Did you get it in his neck?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, everyone. Technical difficulties, huh?
Mr. McKee.
Don't sit down yet, we're starting to make this official and swear you in. So, somebody would like to hold the Bible for you, Jack? I'll just step up. You're gonna place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right. And you're gonna repeat after me.
Okay.
I, John McKee,
I, John McKee,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of sergeant
perform all the duties of sergeant
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
and that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and I will support the Constitution of the
and
United
the
States
Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the government established in the United States
and to the government establishment of the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people, so help me God.
under the authority of the people, so help me God.
All right,
Thank
congratulations.
you. Okay, one more. Count of 3, guys. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Resolution 2020-92, promoting Darrell Nick to the position of sergeant.
Resolution to Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, promoting Darrell Nick to the position of police sergeant for the Lacey Township Police Department. Can I have a motion, please?
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mr. Dykoff?
Yes.
And Mayor Kennas.
Yes.
Chief?
Come on up, Darrell, you're next. Officer Nick grew up in Lacey Township, graduated from the Lacey Township High School in 1997, and soon began attending Monmouth University, where he received a bachelor's degree in business management. He was on the football team for 4 years, and then after his senior year, he tried out for the NFL. Officer Nick was hired by the Lacey Township Police Department as a police officer in March of 2003, and he also attended the Burlington County Police Academy. Officer Nick has been assigned for the last 17 years to the Patrol Division, the last 11 as a field training officer, where he has trained approximately 10 of our newer police officers in the agency, and the last 2 months as a acting sergeant. He's also received numerous awards throughout his career, and he has been married to his wife Denise for the last 10 years. Darrell, again, I look forward to working with you. I think you're going to be a great asset to the police department, and congratulations to you and your family. I appreciate it. And that's all I have to say is his mother, Lynn Nick's birthday today. Happy birthday.
Go ahead, Chief, what's up? You can put the pins. Not Denise, you get to put the pins up? Great shirt. Strong. All right, we need to make this official. Denise, stay. And before we swear him in, I do want to recognize Mrs. Nick as well, and happy birthday today. It's very appropriate. She is a former committee woman and a former mayor of Lacey Township. I had served with her for 3 years when I was clerk here, and I want to say hello, and I wish you well, and congratulations this evening. Thank you. All right. Repeat after me. I, Darrell Nick,
I, Darrell Nick,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly
and justly
perform all the duties of sergeant
perform all the duties of sergeant
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
and that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and that I will support the Constitution of the United
and the
States
Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the government established in the United States
and to the government established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people, so help me God.
under the authority of the people, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Peter, comments?
Congratulations.
Wait till he's done shaking hands.
Before we start, Mayor, the chief has a few more items to this state.
One more thing, go ahead. Where's Mary Brenner? She in here? Mary Brenner, stand up. Mary Brenner, I just want to talk about her for a minute. She was hired by the Township of Lacey in 1986, and then transferred over to the Lacey Township Police Department around 1997. And I spent the last 23 years working with me in the records division as a records clerk. She's been an outstanding employee. Tomorrow is, after 34 years,
Wow.
is her last day of work, and she'll be retiring. So I want to wish her the best in the new part of her life. I'm sure you're spending a lot of time with your grandkids, but I really appreciate everything you did for the police department and the township of Lacey. And congratulations to you again.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, I'd like to congratulate our new sergeants, McKee and Nick. It's really one of the finest forces. It's a force here that steps out of traditional law enforcement roles and is heavily involved in our schools. I've often said up here, you want to cultivate a tree, you start at the roots, and the police department knows that. And the police department, I just want everyone to know what this department does, what a lot of law enforcement has been forced to do. The role has changed significantly in the last several years. They're part counselor, part mental health, part drug court, part enforcement, part psychologist, part teacher, part guidance. So it takes a very special person. And as we see in the mainstream media, the way our police officers have been treated in the last several years is abhorrent. But I won't digress because tonight's a happy night, and I love our police. I said that publicly, I say it privately, and the gentlemen in this room know it. So I want to say, like I always say when we have our new promotions, to you two gentlemen who are going to be leading officers now and working with our chief and our other levels here, lieutenants, I hope God walks with you. I hope that you have the wonderful judgment in your new role, the same you had in your former role. I know a lot of the officers are going to be looking up to you, and I want you to look to us for support for you. So thank you again for your service, and you guys, you men and women, are all the greatest thing there is. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, Mayor. Sergeant John McKee, Sergeant Darrell Nick. You've been with the police department a long time, but moving up the ranks, I look forward to many years of just watching you grow with this department. When I said this the last time, this department is number one in my eyes in the state of New Jersey. It's the best police department anybody could ask for. You stand together. That blue outshines everybody when it comes down to the leadership, and now getting that role, moving into that leadership. Anytime you need anything, please reach out to any one of us. We're there for you, and be safe. God bless you, and always remember something. Be proud to wear that blue because it's the best in the world. Believe me. Thank you. One other thing, Mrs. Brenner.
Mrs. Brennan.
Thank you very much for your years of service to the police department. It's, believe me, 34 years, I know that's a long time, but let me tell you something. Thank you very much, and I'm sure every one of them gentlemen could tell the good things that you did for this police department. So I want to personally thank you very much for your years of service.
Thank you.
Mark? Thank you. So I noticed something. With the exception of our attorney, we've all been sworn in by Ms. LeRae, and we all laughed. Is it something about the way she delivers? I mean, I'm watching you guys now. You're law enforcement. You're supposed to keep a straight face.
He almost had it memorized, Sergeant McKee.
Well, he definitely
He had it
did,
memorized.
but, and you were trying to go faster than him, so it was pretty interesting. So, I just want to segue on a couple of things. First of all, Committeeman Giuliano is proud of saying that we're number one in the state. Well, guess what? We're 1 and 2. So keep that in mind. One of my favorite parts of when we do a swearing in of a police officer or we do a promotion is seeing the happy faces and seeing your families and the pride in them. Mayor Nick, I'm going to call you Mayor Nick because once a mayor, always a mayor. I watched you, and I don't know you very well, but I saw the pride. But I'll tell you who I did know. In a former life, Committeeman McDonald and I served with Sal Nick. And a finer man never walked the earth. I was a very young man, and I was appointed to the Board of Adjustment. Our chairman was Mr. McDonald, and I got to know Sal, and he would be so proud. You've turned into a fine young man. The other thing I want to point out, and I know a lot of them are standing, but I see in the audience a lot of retired officers. Can you please stand up? Yeah, you guys, right there. The three old guys right there. One's along the back wall. We've got a lot standing up. Raise your hand along the back wall. Yeah. You know, and I always point out, it's amazing, your brothers in blue and the support staff. I see them out here who come out to support you in these promotions. It's really awe-inspiring, and it's what makes law enforcement great, and then, of course, Lacey Township great. So congratulations, long life, and good luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
Mayor, I don't know how you pulled this off. This is nothing but greatness here today.
I get all the credit.
I get all the credit.
From an Eagle Scout to the state championship swim team, to two gentlemen who are well deserving of being promoted. It's just a great, great night here. Mayor Nick, let me wish you a happy birthday. And I'll echo Committeeman Dykoff's words about Sal. What a great man. Always, and when we go into the back room, he always had a funny story, and some of them I cannot tell in public, but he always had a good story, and he was always interactive on the Board of Adjustment. To Sergeant McKee and Sergeant Nick, you got the world in front of you, and you got our town, and I hope you're going to take very good care of it, just like the rest of them will. We've got a great town here because we have a great police force. Committeeman Giuliano, I'll echo your words. It is the best in the state. And it's the best in the state because we hire the best. 1 and 2. Somebody think about that. 1 and 2.
Out of 900.
Out of 900. That's incredible for a little old sleepy town, exit 74 off the parkway.
Don't tell anyone.
Don't tell anybody? Okay, I won't tell anybody about that. But no, just want to congratulate you, and I want to congratulate the police force for the job that you guys do. Sometimes you don't get the recognition you deserve. Sometimes you get the heat you don't deserve at all. But I want to just tell you, you make us proud every day. Thank you very much. That's all I have.
And I too just want to congratulate Sergeant McKee, Sergeant Nick. You're both great assets to the Lacey Township Police Force. And I also want to acknowledge all the other members here, past and present from the police force. You all come out and support each other whenever we have promotions, and you can't beat your camaraderie. And we just, all the 5 of us up here, thank you. And also, Mrs. Brenner, thank you for your many years of service. So, that's it.
Well, we will allow you to all leave now if you'd like to leave. You don't have to stay for the rest of our meeting.
Unless you want to stay while we authorize the cancellation of a tax lien.
That's good.
Seminar.
Authorize the cancellation.
Bye, buddy.
Penmanship is long, I know.
There's a lot of things in that department.
Yeah.
I think quicker than I write it.
I don't know.
That makes sense.
Nick, he's pulls on. Darren Nick? He might be.
Yes.
Steve.
It's just so sad.
Steven.
He's like, was he like 60? Was he that old? He was, I think, maybe just 60. My cousin Robbie had it.
This question is while we're shopping back.
In engineering?
Yeah, technically. Brothers.
They are.
yes, oh, they are, definitely are.
I don't know that.
Yeah, I asked Scott about it, okay.
Well, I know nothing about his brother. I only know Scott. I've known Scott since his quick days. Yeah.
I was just wondering if you knew.
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, you mean?
We're gonna start spreading the love. But they're
Barry.
being a little jerky right now.
Can you do us a favor and shut the door?
After everybody's out.
Just kick him out. Just kick him out.
Now we get that.
Most of these people. Move it along. Let's move it along.
Special use permits, VFW Post, monthly flea market, second Saturday of the month, May through November, Knights of Columbus, indoor outdoor flea market, March 28, 2020, Crossbridge Community Church, Easter Sunrise Service, Bayfront Park, April 12, 2020.
Anybody want to discuss them? Otherwise, I take a motion to approve.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Request to post signs, Fish Hawks Flea Market, March 7, 2020, Lacey Soccer Club, March 13, 2020.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, I have nothing else to add on here, so we just take a motion to adjourn for this.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All right,
All
and we
in
can go
favor?
right into the
Aye.
other agenda.
Adequate notice of this meeting has been given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act pursuant to the public laws of 1975. Said notice was advertised in the Asbury Park Press and Beacon and was posted on the bulletin board showing the time and place of the meeting. Will everyone please rise and salute the flag. I pledge allegiance
To the flag
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First reading of ordinance 2020-08, authorizing the condemnation of a portion of block 1633.01, lot 1.
In order to the Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing the exercise of eminent domain to acquire an interest in block 1633.01, lot 1, also known as 41 Haines Street. This is for the parcel that we need for the future traffic light at the corner of Haines and Lake Barnegat Drive. Can I have a motion on first reading?
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Dykoff?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, second reading of ordinance 2020-07, amending chapter 261 parks.
In order to the Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, amending and supplementing Chapter 261 of the Township Code of the Township of Lacey entitled Parks. This is to authorize the increase in the summer day camp program for the 10 weeks of day camp at our parks to $175 per child, which is payable starting, I believe, in the next few weeks, so you can make monthly payments, and it includes all the T-shirts and the end-of-season parties.
Second reading, open up to the public.
Seeing none, motion to close the floor.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion on the ordinance, please.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Dykoff?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, resolution 2020-93, supporting the siting of the 4th Army Corps at Joint Base McGuire.
Resolution to the Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, supporting the siting of the 4th Army Corps headquarters at the Joint Base McGuire-Dix Lakehurst. Motion?
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Dykoff?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2020-94, supporting the preservation of the Second Amendment.
Resolution to the Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, supporting the preservation of the Second Amendment. Motion?
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Dykoff?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution. Resolution 2020-95, awarding a contract for the purchase of grass seed, fertilizer, and lime.
Resolution to Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, awarding contracts to Reed and Perrine Sales Incorporated, Riccardi Brothers, Site One Landscape Supply Incorporated, and the Sherman-William Company for grass seed, fertilizer, etc., through the Stafford Township Cooperative Pricing System. This is a 2-year contract that expires March of 2022.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Dykoff?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2020-96, accepting a retirement.
Resolution of Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, accepting the retirement of various municipal employees. Patricia Ambaron, who has been with us since 1989, is retiring effective November 1st, 2020.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Dykoff?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, resolution 2020-97, authorizing the cancellation of a tax lien.
Resolution to Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing the premium payment of $200 on tax lien certificate 2015-16 on block 102.03, lot 7, to be turned over to the Township Treasurer to become part of the funds of the municipality in accordance with the provisions of NJSA 54:5-33. Motion?
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Dykoff?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, resolution 2020-98, authorizing the refund of deposits.
Resolution to Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing the refund of deposits held for the use of municipal facilities.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Dykoff?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2020-99, authorizing the payment of township bills.
Resolution to Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing the payment of township bills in the amount of $847,764.64.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Dykoff?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes, with noted abstention, T0035.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Motion to approve township meeting minutes of February 13th, 2020.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve caucus meeting minutes of February 13th, 2020.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve raffle license applications for LTHS Booster Association, the Jersey Coast Anglers, the Ocean County Shriners Ladies Club, and the Rotary Club of Forked River.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Comments from the committee?
Can I do an
Add
add-on
on, yep,
resolution?
forgot.
Thanks. Resolution 2020-101 is a resolution of Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing a contract with Phoenix Consulting Group for financial consulting. Motion?
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Dykoff?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
And Mayor Kennas.
Yes.
Now you can go.
Comments from the committee, Deputy Mayor Kuratelo.
Yes, I wanted to talk a minute tonight to try to quell some fear, some anxiety. We see the mainstream media. It really does bother me working in public health. I want to preface my comments by saying I do not speak for the Ocean County Health Department, nor do I speak for any particular hospital association. But what I wanted to say tonight, I wanted to take a minute and put this coronavirus into perspective, okay? There have been, as of last night, 60 cases, 42 of them from one cruise ship from Japan. That's in the whole United States. Coronavirus is a flu. It's a new form of a flu. And to see the market dip the way it has, and to see people with fear in their hearts the way they have, I don't think that it's warranted at all. There is no one better, there is no nation better prepared than we are from a public health standpoint or from a private hospital standpoint to control and curtail this. Let me jar a couple of people's memory if you just entertain me for 1 minute. See if we remember these few things. SARS, severe acute respiratory syndrome, H1N1 swine flu, Middle East respiratory syndrome, MERS, Zika virus, avian flu or bird flu, Ebola virus in Texas, West Nile virus, polio virus, and more recently measles. What do they all have in common? We knocked them on their ass. Those things are out, they're under control, they have been defeated or controlled or curtailed. This coronavirus, the same thing will happen, okay? There's too much academic capital, too much strength. We do not live in the Hubei province of China. We live in the industrial Northeast, which is the epicenter of the planet for medicine, for strength, for tactical response, for emergency preparedness. So I'm discouraged. I want everybody to go out tomorrow with strength. You know, we have some soldiers, I see some retired military, some police officers in the audience. Let's do them proud. Let's go out tomorrow, and whether we hit home runs or we get a walk, whether we work in a cubicle, we drive a bus, go out with strength and confidence tomorrow that this coronavirus will be controlled. There's people that are working, there's companies that are working. This is something that will soon be on the list of the other ones that I had just mentioned. And we all can remember them as I said them. So when you talk about 60 cases confirmed, will there be more? Sure, there'll probably be more. But remember, It is a flu. I don't want to talk down to it. I want people to be vigilant. I want people to be vaccinated. But I also don't want anybody living in fear. Don't want anybody taking out all of their retirement money in the market. That's not what we do as Americans. That's for somebody else and somewhere else. We got this under control over here, okay? So I just wanted to say that. Also, the Veterans Commission met last Monday. If you're an active military person, if you're a veteran, please call 693-1100. I am a civilian, but I'm fortunate enough to be liaison to those good people. We meet occasionally. We meet right back here in the rec department. Chairman's name is Bernard Snyder, United States Marine. I'm still trying to get over, because in my family we have Army, and Bernie told me once, Army aren't real Marines yet. So I didn't like it, but I have so much respect for the man, and being that I'm civilian, I sat there and I ate my humble pie. But if you'd want to be a part of a great organization, and we're very active in the schools, we're active in our Memorial Day, please come. Veterans Day, please come. Put out some flags with us at Good Luck Cemetery. Give 693-1100 a call. Veronica will give you my cell phone. I'll call you back. I've even given veterans rides to the meetings if you're homebound. I'll do it. I just want you to be there. Okay? Thank you, and I appreciate you all coming out. And Nancy Pelosi's not going to take your guns. All right?
Thank you, Pete. Committeeman Giuliano.
Thank you, Mayor. Again, I would like to congratulate Peter Adamio for the Eagle Scout, the Lacey Boys Swim Team, the promotion of Sergeant John McKee and Sergeant Darrell Nick. And also, I didn't get a chance, but I never got to know Mayor Nick when she was in there. But I just want to reach out and congratulate her and on the promotion of her son. Mary Brenner on the retirement course, and everybody else. It's good to see people go that many years and then get out there to enjoy their retirement, which I tried to do at one time, but was sucked back into the workforce again. But it's good. You know, they say, you know, you let go and then they bring you right back in again, so it is. So starting all over again, doing another one, but I don't know what retirement's going to be like, but I'm hoping pretty soon I could see it. Pretty soon. To everybody that's here, you know why you're here, and we support it. So I'm happy everything got done there. And we support everybody that was involved in it, and how you spoke your piece. You know, that's your right. You have your right to speak your piece on anything you want to. And that's another thing I want to bring up. You know, it's good to see how many people came here, because a lot of times we don't get a lot of people that come to these township meetings. And when you want to voice your opinion, this is it. This is where you got to come to voice your opinion, no matter who it is, no matter what problem you have in Lacey Township, or reach out to one of us, you know, personally, if you don't want to do it here. Because I know it's kind of hard, because I even, you know, I get a little shaky when I'm up here. It's hard to speak in front of a lot of people, and that's, you know, you have to be good at that, as Mr. Curtitola is very good at
You
that.
too, man.
But thank you, and God bless you, and God bless America. Thank you.
Committeeman Dykoff.
So it was a good night, and just to recap, of course, Eagle Scout Peter Damo, congratulations to Lacey Swim Team, congratulations Sergeant McKee, Sergeant Nick, congratulations to their family. Mary Brenner, congratulations, enjoy your retirement. I'm kind of in the same boat probably as Mr. Giuliano. I don't see retirement on the horizon anytime soon. The only other thing I wanted to really bring up is lost a dear friend recently, past couple of days. And Lacey lost a dear, dear, dear friend, Bob Bear. He was involved in the township for so many years. He was a regular fixture, helped so many people, would give you the shirt off his back, just a real real guy. Just a good man. And so sorry for his family, so sorry for the loss, and it's all of our losses because we all had a connection with Mr. Bear. So actually, I'm not going to finish with that because I'm going to talk about you guys and the process. So you came to us a while ago. We discussed it back and forth. We understood each other, and we came to a solution that was amicable for all of us. And I saw smiling faces, and I figured you were related to one of the cops because you kind of looked like, And it's not just a bald head either, but just saying. It's sexy. It's sexy. But I should shut up now.
Let's wrap this thing up. I think you wrap this thing up.
Congratulations. I'm glad we can come through for you. It's a no-brainer. It really is a no-brainer. Good people. That's all I have, Mayor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mark. Committeeman McDonald?
Thank you, Mayor. As I said earlier, this is a night of achievement.
Right.
With the Eagle Scout and the Lacey Swim Team state champs, promotions of Sergeant McKee and Sergeant Nick, and retirement of Mary Brenner. It's just a great night. And so I just want to congratulate all those involved in all of that. Tuesday night with Committeeman Dykoff, Ms. LeRae, Jim Weiland, and his staff at the Recreation Center, we were down in Atlantic City to accept an award for the promotion of the Whippet, which was a great night and just phenomenal. And I talked to Mr. Weiland this afternoon, and the press release and the picture that we took, the formal picture at the end, we'll have out here in the foyer out here as soon as he gets it blown up and we get the press release and so forth. So it's a good thing. I also want to commend the police because I don't know how many of you got over to the Wawa here on Valentine's Day, but they gave out free coffee and donuts, which is appropriate for the police, I guess. On Valentine's Day, so, and I talked to the chief, and hopefully we're going to do it a couple more times this year, move it to the different Wawas around. And I want to thank Wawa because they donated the coffee and the cups and everything else that go with that. And now the best for last. How appropriate is it that we passed the gun sanctuary resolution tonight, along with, so let's keep it, and that the fact that the courts earlier this week said that President Trump was right in withholding funds from those sanctuary cities. Is that unbelievable? And I'll admit, when you guys first came before us and you said gun sanctuary, I was like, uh-oh. How are we going to navigate this one? But then when you guys came back and explained it, it made it a heck of a lot easier to do this. So I'm very proud that I voted for this. I have hunters and fishermen in my family. I'm not a hunter, but I'll go stand in a trout stream for 3 hours and try to catch it. So that's me. So, and I do want to wrap up with Bob Bear. I got to know him over the last 5 years. He's a good man, and in my opinion, he was a man's man. And if you know what that means, that's exactly what Bob, and may you rest in peace. And Mayor, that's all I have.
Thank you, Tim. I have a number of business items I'd like to address. I met with the representative from the DEP a couple weeks ago. We periodically meet with members of the DEP to go over whatever issues Lacey's having. One of the big pushes for the DEP over the next time period, whatever time period they operate on, is stormwater resiliency and recycling. The stormwater resiliency is the problems that we have in town related to flooding. My own personal opinion is going to be a bigger problem in New Jersey, and it's what's going to taxpayers are going to be forced to address it somehow, whether that's buying homes and demolishing them, or raising streets, or a combination of the above. And recycling is becoming an increasing problem in the state, if not the country, because nobody wants our recycling, because I guess nobody can recycle right, or they haven't figured out a way to separate the recycling easy. So it's becoming more costly for the townships and, you know, the whole country to, you know, what do we do with our recycling? So those are two, I guess, two key issues that the DEP is working on from our standpoint. I met with the Ocean County engineer over road projects that the county is involved in that are doing, that we either want them to do in Lacey or they're preparing to do in Lacey. They are in the process of working on a new light at the, I guess it would be the corner of the railroad right-of-way and Lacey Road. They are on the front burner, and Brian could correct me if I'm wrong, the reconstruction of the Manchester Avenue and Lacey Road traffic signal is on the front burner, I would say.
correct.
That's more like this year, kind of.
Manchester, like
They're also in the longer intermediate term plans they're always looking at the intersection of Western and Haynes and Manchester near the high school. That's probably one of our most dangerous intersections in town, and they sort of have plans, or they're working on it, intermediate plans to reconfigure that intersection. Also, this past week, I met with Edgewater Properties. They are the developer building across from the Super Wawa on Laurel. They are getting ready to start building that multifamily project. And finally, this week, I also attended the county emergency management meeting to try to resolve some of the first response coordination at the power plant in case an emergency arises. So that is all I have, and now I will open up to the public if the public has any questions or comments.
Did you meet with that doctor?
Come on down.
The doctor.
Jay, 2115 Lacey Road. Just wanted to say thank you for putting that through and hearing us. Secondly, on the roads, I talked to the county the night we were there for them to pass the resolution. And I asked them about Lacey Road with the dump truck traffic, and they said that they were going to try and make that a priority this year too. I don't know if they.
Yeah, I think that was brought up too.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So that was it. I just want to let you know I did talk to them because the dump truck traffic is killing that road.
Yeah, that was
So-
brought up at our meeting.
All right.
It's on the list.
All right, great. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else from the public?
Seeing none, motion to close the floor.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to adjourn.
Can I have Resolution 100 first? A resolution of Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing the community executive session to discuss contractual matters, anticipate pending litigation, and personnel matters. Motion? Motion?
Move it.
Second.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Dykoff?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas. Motion
Yes.
to adjourn now.
Move it.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
No further business.
Let's